We've been married 11 years. We met, I was 24, he was 29, and I was taking a girlfriend out for her birthday dinner, and he had just finished up golfing with friends, and so we were at the same restaurant, and he just came up and started talking to us. My first impression of my husband. Is it inappropriate if I say he was hot?
Totally acceptable.
He asked me out that day, and he didn't actually live in Palm Springs where I lived at the time. He was just there golfing for the weekend, so we went out the very next day. We went to an Italian restaurant and ended up eating like a 2-hour dinner because we were just talking about traveling and being overseas and how much we loved traveling and exploring and different cultures, and it was just an awesome dinner and an awesome date. And I actually, the next day, called my mom and my best friend and said, I found him, I met him, he's it.
How did you know right away that he was the one?
Well, I knew, but it took me 4 years to convince him. I had never met anyone before that made me so happy all the time. And that was so fascinating and interesting and intellectually engaging like he was. I'd never met anyone like that before. And I mean, every relationship has bumps and struggles and challenges, and it was the first time I knew with him I wanted to work through each of those bumps and struggles and challenges rather than, you know what, this isn't worth it, which is how relationships end. This is not worth the struggle, but with him, it always has been. He put the ring in the bottom of my Christmas stocking, and so it was just he and I celebrating Christmas together. And I pulled out all the usual stocking things, you know, a gift card, some chocolate, and at the very bottom was a little box. Oh, you're gonna make me cry! And so I pulled out the box and opened it and was, of course, staring at it, and he got down on one knee. And what he said is my secret. I'm not gonna tell that, but he's amazing. The Army for my husband does what education does for me. It is his calling in life. It is his bigger purpose. It is how he makes an impact on the world. It's his stamp on history. And so I can understand and appreciate that he needs that in his life. That is his purpose. And so being deployed in a very strange way fulfills him. And when you love someone, you want them to have that fulfillment. You want them to feel that positive energy that he gets from being deployed and being a soldier and being a part of history. So even though it's hard, it's what he needs and it makes him happy. And so I accept that. Relationships are work. I think a lot of times girls have a misconception that, oh, we're gonna get married and it'll be happily ever after, or oh, we're gonna have a kid and it will fix everything, or oh, we're gonna get married. No, relationships are work. Even, gosh, we've been together 15 years now. Even 15 years in, there's new challenges like a deployment. There are new struggles, there are new things you discover about one another. I get a new job, I need different support than I did as a teacher. So marriage doesn't fix. Marriage is just a commitment to each other that you're gonna work through whatever life hands you, because life keeps handing you stuff all through the years and the decades. Marriage is just a commitment to each other that we're gonna work through this together. don't rush it. This is one chapter of so many in your lives, and your priorities change as you get older. Your core is the same, who you are and what you stand for, but gosh, priorities change, and I thank goodness I didn't marry the guy I was sure I was gonna marry and was in love with in college. Thank gosh I didn't marry him, and sure, thank gosh I didn't marry any of the guys I dated in high school. Take your time. There's no competition. You don't win anything for getting married soon. Find the person that really makes your life better.